Hello, creatives, and welcome to another edition of Naked Mondays. Again, if this is the first time that you're joining me, I have to stress that no one will be getting naked in this video. There will be no, tomfoolery going on in this video, except for the honest conversation that I want to have with what I have been struggling with in my own life, in hopes that it will also help you to look at your life and find those areas that you're struggling with and maybe, pivot and take a new direction. So, let's get naked. So, if this is the first time that you're joining me, let me take the time to introduce myself. My name is Nadia Johnson. I am the self-published author of the Remembering June series and also a book called M.I.A that will eventually become a series as well, because I am currently working on the second book in that series. I have been self-published since 2014, and I have published 3 books, and where I used to sit in a spiral of self-doubt, I am now taking control of the things that I can control in my writing career. But that's not why we're here today. Today we are here for a series that I have entitled Naked Mondays, and today the topic of discussion will be reclaiming your joy. So the reason why this is so important to me is because I have struggled. I think I realized it after COVID, but I may have even been experiencing it before COVID, that I had lost the joy in my life. And joy looks different for everyone. What makes you joyful may not make me joyful, and vice versa. But what I realized is that I was missing the element of joy in my life and things that made me just bubble with excitement. So I am currently on a journey to reclaim that for myself, because it's something that's missing. And so if that's something that's missing, that you feel like is missing in your life as well, then stay tuned. So in my previous video, I went through my previous Naked Monday, I went through 5 bullet points of what I was doing to revisit my vision as an author. So in this one, I am also going to focus on 5 things that I'm going to do in my life to reclaim my joy. And the first one being self-care. I believe that any journey to reclaim our joy should begin with the care that we take in ourselves. I realized that some of the things that had brought me joy before in my own self-care regimen, I had kind of released into the wild, I guess, is the best way to put it. I was no longer doing those things. And one of those things that was really important to me that I used to do for myself was getting my nails done. And that always brought me so much happiness to look down at my hands and see my nails done. Now, I would like to point out that I understand that, self-care doesn't always have to be something that you pay for. It can also be things that you do around your house that bring you joy. I just recently watched a video of author J.C. Carpenter, who is a booktuber here on YouTube that I watch often. And she talked about, self-care and how important it was to take care of yourself. And in her video, she, goes over some things that she does in order to, implement self-care into her life. And I thought it was an excellent video. And so if you have some time, you should definitely check her out. She is a beautiful spirit here in the writing community, and someone that you should check out because she's awesome. So, anyway, so that back to my own self care regimen. My nails was one thing. I used to love to go to my local one of the local parks here in Denver, and used to love to just sit with the quiet. That was another self-care thing. I love baths. I know I've heard so many funny things about baths recently. Like people talking about how it's like sitting in your own juices, which is really hilarious to me because I never thought of it that way, but it's true. I guess you kind of are, but it's something that has always been relaxing for me. I also enjoy candles. I love candles. I love the scents. I love just the calming effect that candles have on me. Journaling is something that I also would like to re-implement into my self-care regimen that I have not done yet, but I'm definitely going to do that in the near future. So, point number 2 that I would like to make is plan a regular date night. And this is for you people that are single or you creatives that are in a relationship. Plan regular date nights to reclaim your joy. Once upon a time, I was a young woman who enjoyed taking myself out on dates and really going out and exploring the world on my own. But I've realized over the years I think I've gotten more leery of people, and so I get more leery of being out by myself. So the dates have kind of stopped. I used to enjoy them. I used to go to movies. I used to go to museums by myself. I used to travel by myself. I once went to a Beyonce concert in Nashville, like on a whim, because I like doing things like that when I can afford them, of course. And it's something that over the years that I've kind of just lost. I lost the spirit of that young woman who used to be okay with being by herself, and I want to reclaim that in reclaiming my joy because it was something that made me feel really proud and happy because I've been single more than I've been in a relationship, and being single is not the curse that I used to think that it is. I think that in our modern times we need to embrace our singleness because it's the only time in our lives where we are really just free to explore and to be and to open ourselves up to new things. So it's really important to me as I reclaim my joy that I also reclaim that part of myself that plans regular dates for myself. And I guess this also ties into self-care. I guess this was another way that I channeled self-care for myself. So I encourage you to do the same. Like whether you're coupled up or you're single, plan regular dates for yourself. Reclaim those things that brought you joy, whatever those things might be, and do them. No, don't be afraid to do them alone if you are single. Just have fun. The next thing that I'm going to focus on in reclaiming my joy in my life is exploring new hobbies. For years now, I have said to myself that I want to learn how to fly fish. So I want to make a concerted effort to learn what I need to do in order to learn how to fly fish. I also want to learn how to play golf as well. And I think as I'm getting older, I realize the importance of having hobbies and things that push you out of your comfort zone. And so I think, fly fishing and golf will do that because I don't consider myself very athletic, even though I spent years as a dancer. I don't consider myself athletic now. And in terms of the fly fishing, I think I've heard that it's peaceful but hard. So, I just want to push myself outside of my comfort zone because I don't ever want to settle for a life that is just status quo, and that is just kind of coasting. I want to expand myself. So, it's important for me to explore these new hobbies, and I'm hoping that when I do, that I will be able to take you along with me. And in fact, I plan on doing that because I hope to encourage you to explore new hobbies for yourself. So, point number 4 is make time for the people that elevate your life. And what I mean by that is there is a saying that I don't remember who said it, but I've always remembered this, that you always want to be an elevator person. A person that when a person leaves an interaction with you, they feel better, or they feel like they've been lifted in some way. Um and so I've always remembered that. I work for that in my own life and in my own interactions with people, being a person that leaves a person better than what I left them. So, um, find time for those people in your life. The people that make you feel good, the people that make you laugh and smile, the people that you can be 100% yourself with. Those are the people that you want to surround yourself with. You don't want to surround yourself with a bunch of negative Nellies and people that are going to drag you down. Especially if you are a person like me that struggles with depression, you do not want to be around a bunch of Debbie Downers, or what I call Eeyores, because we all remember that Eeyore could find no happiness in his life whatsoever. And so don't be an Eeyore. Be a Tigger, or be a Piglet. Be someone who lifts people up and always strives to surround yourself with those types of people as well, because I just think that in reclaiming your joy, you can also find your joy in your relationships and in your friendships. So that's another important thing that I hope to focus on this year. So, my fifth and final point for this edition of Naked Monday is get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Um, this kind of goes back to what I was saying in my earlier point when I was talking about planning regular date nights as a single person. Get or like even exploring new hobbies. Like that's another thing. Like be comfortable with being in those uncomfortable places, the places that push you out of your comfort zone, because those are the places where we grow the most. And I know that sounds very cliche of me to say, but I found that in my own life that it's true. Like the times when I've been the most uncomfortable are the times that I've learned the most. So don't get comfortable with, your life as is. If you're unhappy with your life in any way, push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Do something different. Even if it's as simple as making a change in the route that you take home from work every day. If you work a full-time job where you still have to go into the office, make the small shifts that are going to make bigger ripples in your life. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I mean, those are the 5 things that I want to focus on in reclaiming my joy. So, number 1 was it starts with self-care. Number 2 is plan regular date nights. Number 3 is explore new hobbies. Number 4 is make time for people that elevate your life. And number 5 is get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, that's it for this edition of Naked Mondays. Thank you for getting honest with me, for getting naked with me, and for continuing to support my videos. Please like and subscribe and comment and tell me what you're doing in your everyday life to reclaim your joy. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye for now.